2025 WWE Royal Rumble event is right around the corner, but before we get there, there is so much to unpack.
You want a WrestleMania moment? You gotta win this match.
With one of WWE's most stacked rosters of all time, how do you predict 30 specific names to be in a Royal Rumble? Well, that's where I come in. In this video, we're going to be going over all 30 men's 2025 WWE Royal Rumble entrants. Done a video like this in the past, and 98% of the time I've been right. Before we go any further, I want you to comment down below who you think will be the 2025 men's Royal Rumble winner. Welcome back to the Angle Podcast. As always, I'm your host, Joey Carney, and the reason why I'm doing this video is because the roster in WWE in 2025 is completely stacked. If you look at the Raw side of things, Smackdown side of things, and even the NXT side, because we know that there are sometimes NXT surprises in the Royal Rumble match. But specifically already confirmed, we have John Cena, which will, by the way, be his last Royal Rumble event / match ever. We have already confirmed Roman Reigns. So already two huge names already confirmed, one of the biggest Rumbles of all time. Now, don't forget, if you can't catch the episode right here on YouTube, you can also listen in our podcast format on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and even Amazon Music. And if you are watching here on YouTube, I'm glad you're here. Welcome back. If this is your first time, I hope by the end of this video, by the end of this episode, you subscribe down below and smash it like the tribal chief Roman Reigns would. And before I begin, I just want to let you all know that there is no specific order in which these names will be decided. Well, there is. I'm pretty much going down the WWE roster pages and kind of going in alphabetical order. We'll start with the Raw side of things, and then we'll jump over to the SmackDown side of things. And all 30 participants that I list in this video are, well, not confirmed, but I'm just fantasy booking, predicting with you right now. Like I said, let's start off with the Monday Night Raw brand, and off the bat, we are going to start with the current Intercontinental Champion, Braun Breaker, who had a breakout year in 2024, but I think in 2025, in the Royal Rumble match specifically, we're going to see a huge impact from Braun. Maybe eliminating some key players, maybe even going the distance to Final 5, Final 6, later in the match. I don't know. Again, fantasy booking / predicting here, but I've had some good luck with these videos in the past, so don't take my word for it, but you kind of pretty much can. Let's go with the second number. And by the way, like I said, these are not in a specific order. Well, they're going in alphabetical order, but they're not going in the entrance that I believe they'll be in the match. I'm going alphabetical order based off each brand, starting with Raw. So first off, we have Braun Breaker. Second off, we have the leader of American-made Chad Gable. Again, Chad Gable, another WWE superstar who really did make a huge impact in 2024, really breaking out as a singles competitor, but losing almost every match he was in. Now, if you think about it, it's kind of insane. He's lost majority of his matches, but he's being pushed way better than he was previous years. So, in my opinion, I think Chad Gable is going to have a standout performance in the Royal Rumble, because we're going to see all of these other characters he's had before. The Alpha Academy Chad Gable, American Alpha Chad Gable, Shorty G, all of these characters combined, we're going to see the cultivation of that in the Royal Rumble. Chad Gable, I think, is going to put on a huge showing, and I think by the end of the match, we're going to be saying that Chad Gable was one of the MVPs. I feel like he's going to be in there for a long time. Again, going in alphabetical order, starting with the Raw brand, Braun Breaker, Chad Gable. Next up, none other than CM Punk. I think there are some huge plans in store for CM Punk. I'm not going to go into that specifically now, but I'm just going to say I have a feeling CM Punk may or may not be heading to the main event of WrestleMania. So CM Punk, this is a pretty much predictable entrant. I'm sure over the next couple of weeks, this entrant will be confirmed because he's already made his intentions clear that he wants to main event WrestleMania. Part of the reason why he came back to WWE was to main event WrestleMania. To do that, you have to either win the Royal Rumble, win the Elimination Chamber, or just get handpicked by management, which we've seen done in the past. But I think that CM Punk is going to be a huge factor in the Royal Rumble. Next up, we have Damian Priest. Again, this is an all-star Royal Rumble. Every entrant that I see on this list that I've predicted are potential winners and future winners. Braun Breaker, Chad Gable, CM Punk, now Damian Priest, having a huge year as the World Heavyweight Champion in 2024, cashing in at WrestleFreakin' By the way, WrestleMania 40, the biggest one of all time, against Drew McIntyre. So, again, Damian Priest, a huge key player. Next up, we have Dominic Mysterio, and I would be surprised if Dominic Mysterio wasn't in the Royal Rumble. Again, 30 entrants, it's kind of hard to pick only 30. Like when I started this list, I was almost 40. It was very difficult to narrow down the list. I didn't put names like Carlito and the rest of Judgment Day. I only picked certain people because there's not enough room, and I don't want to see WWE go back to being a 40 or 41 man Royal Rumble like we saw done in previous years, because that was ridiculous. 30 is the ultimate number. So like I said, Dominic Mysterio, I think, will be in this match, but to plant some seeds for a future WrestleMania 41 match. But I also think that we're going to start to see Dominic Mysterio really phase out of the Judgment Day that we know of him and start to really focus on his singles career. So I think in this match, we're going to see a lot from Dominic Mysterio in what he can do all by himself. Now, next up on the list, we have Drew McIntyre. No-brainer, another name that you can pretty much confirm for the Royal Rumble. Again, we haven't had specific matches confirmed yet for the Royal Rumble outside of the Royal Rumble match and the WWE title match between Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens. So those are two names you're not going to see on this predicted list. But Drew McIntyre, I could definitely see being in a World Championship match, because you have to remember, Gunther is the World Heavyweight Champion, and typically at Royal Rumble events, we see the WWE Championship and World Championship defended amongst other matches like the men's and women's Royal Rumble. So Gunther obviously won't be in the Royal Rumble match. We've seen other world champions previous years in the Royal Rumble match, but I don't think we're going to see Gunther in this one specifically. So Gunther is going to need a challenger for the Royal Rumble. Will that be a Drew McIntyre? Will that be a Seth Rollins? Will that be a CM Punk? Who in the hell will challenge Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship at the Royal Rumble? Right now, I see Drew McIntyre being in the Royal Rumble. Next up, another Judgment Day member, Finn Balor. Now, if you're going to put Dominic Mysterio in there, you have to put Finn Balor. And I have a feeling that maybe we're going to see something between Finn Balor and Dominic Mysterio in the Royal Rumble. Maybe we see a tease of the breakup. Maybe Dominic Mysterio eliminates Finn Balor. Maybe Finn Balor eliminates Dominic Mysterio. I don't know. I think these two are going to be in there just to kind of fluff up the future for the ultimate Judgment Day breakup. Now, next up, we are at number 8, Jey Uso. Yeet. You can't have a Royal Rumble without Jey Uso. In 2024, we saw him start the match with number 1 and 2 with his brother Jimmy. And he kind of went a long while in that match, ultimately being eliminated. But Jey Uso having a breakout year again, amongst other names already I've said. So to see Jey Uso in this match, I have a feeling he's going to go way to the end. Maybe not the final 4, but I think he'll definitely get to the final 5 or 6. John Cena. Do I really have to say more? his last Royal Rumble match, his last Royal Rumble event, his last year as an active WWE superstar. On the Raw debut of Netflix, John Cena was the first person to declare himself for the Royal Rumble match, first confirmed member of that match, and he flat out said he's going to win it. And my God, I have a feeling he may be right, but that's another video for another time. Right now, we're just predicting who will be in the 30-man men's Royal Rumble match. Number 10, Karrion Kross. One of the most underrated, underutilized WWE superstars in the last decade. This guy is a pro. He's a master at storytelling, in-ring work, promos. I mean, he can really do anything. And I have a feeling that we're going to see more of him in 2025. We started to see in 2024 towards the end of the year, getting the ball rolling with the Final Testament, with the stuff with the Wyatt Six. Karrion Kross is going to have a huge year, I think, in 2025. So let's go over the first 10 names that I've already predicted for the men's Royal Rumble match. We have, starting with 1, and again, not in any specific order outside of being alphabetical going down WWE Superstar list. If you were to go to WWE.com, click on the Superstars tab, click on the Raw tab, and just follow along with me if you want to. I'm going in order based upon the first name, starting with A and going all the way down to Z. Number 1, Braun Breaker, Chad Gable, CM Punk, Damian Priest, Dominic Mysterio, Drew McIntyre, Finn Balor, Jey Uso, John Cena, and Karrion Kross. That's the first 10 in this men's Royal Rumble match entrant prediction list. That was a mouthful. Let's start with number 11, Kofi Kingston. Now, this is one of those names that I don't know if he will be in the ring for the Royal Rumble match. He is known to have many moments, but now with this huge heel turn that him and Xavier Woods have both had, I think it would be hysterical to see him in this match and kind of play on those previous moments he's had and just tell the crowd, like, hell no, I'm not doing any of that crap. I'm here to win, and then get eliminated like quite easily. So I don't think he's going to go anywhere other than having some classic moments, but reversing what we've seen him do in previous years. Next up, a surprise entrant. I think we're going to see Logan Paul in this match. Now, there's a lot of speculation that Logan Paul is going to have a match with John Cena at WrestleMania. I hope that does not happen. There's another rumor that Logan Paul is going to have a match for the World Heavyweight Championship with Gunther at WrestleMania. I hope even more than the John Cena match that this one specifically does not happen. So I don't know what we're going to get with Logan Paul in the match. Typically when he's in Royal Rumble matches, it's to set up a feud for WrestleMania or something in the future. So I don't know, but hopefully we'll see what Logan Paul can do now that he's officially unretired, but also planning to be a full-time WWE superstar in 2025. Let's go to the next one. Again, another name I don't know for sure that will be in the match just because there's so many entrants, but this one would be a great standout pick, and that's Ludwig Kaiser. This guy is the future of Monday Night Raw. He is the future. He is a future Intercontinental Champion, and might I add, maybe even a future World Champion in WWE, following in Gunther's footsteps. Rey Mysterio. You can't have a Royal Rumble without Rey Mysterio. He's been in so many others before, even winning in 2006, going on to WrestleMania to become the World Heavyweight Champion, pinning Randy Orton and defeating Kurt Angle in a triple threat match for the World Heavyweight Championship. Now, do I see him winning? No. Do I see him being in there to elevate other superstars? Absolutely. Do I see him being in there to maybe potentially set up something in the future, or WrestleMania something? Absolutely. Regardless, WWE Hall of Famer. It's still crazy that he is a WWE Hall of Famer while he's an active WWE superstar, and I don't think that's talked about quite enough. Next on the list is Sheamus. Man, Sheamus, former Royal Rumble match winner. He went on to become the World Heavyweight Champion at WrestleMania in the quickest WrestleMania match, I think, of all time. kicking the head off of Daniel Bryan Danielson, becoming the World Heavyweight Champion. Seth freaking Rollins. Now, again, you may think this is an odd choice because you may see Seth Rollins in a World Heavyweight Championship match. I kind of think that Seth Rollins versus Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship at the Royal Rumble would be an awesome choice. But then again, we all want to see Seth Rollins in the Royal Rumble because we are going to have other names like CM Punk, John Cena, Roman Reigns, and so many more. So to see those face-offs and showdowns, we do really want to see Seth Rollins in the Royal Rumble. Xavier Woods. If you're going to have Kofi Kingston in the match, you might as well throw in Xavier Woods. Again, playing on this new heel turn. Really, nobody giving him the time of day, kind of brushing them off because they did Big E wrong. I would love to see them both in this match and get eliminated like easily by somebody. Again, don't see them going anywhere long in the Royal Rumble, but having a fun presence to really play on this new heel turn. Another one that, you know, he could be in there or not is The Miz. One of the most underrated WWE superstars of all time. A lot of people say he's overrated. He's a two-time Grand Slam champion. No one else has done it. He's main evented WrestleMania, defeated John Cena, retaining the WWE Championship. Not a lot of people can say that either. So put some damn respect on The Miz's name. But that kind of goes to that level because I don't see him winning the Royal Rumble. And I'd be surprised if he was in the Royal Rumble, but I would also be surprised if he wasn't. He's kind of one of those names that is just a constant in these type of matches and these events, so you kind of have to put The Miz in there. Number 20, again, not in any specific order outside of alphabetical. I'm going now to the SmackDown side. We had 19 names from Monday Night Raw, quite a bit of names, but again, it's really hard to break down 30 specific names from all three WWE rosters to really say who's qualified for the Royal Rumble. Number 20, Andrade. Again, this SmackDown list is like the potential just like workhorses of WWE. I'll throw out already Andrade, Austin Theory, Carmelo Hayes, Grayson Waller. 4 names that I can really see making the Royal Rumble match more enjoyable because they're entertaining, but they're also moment makers, and they are also people who can go a while in the ring. Andrade, one of those guys, we saw him return at the 2024 Men's Royal Rumble, and really just chasing that United States Championship on SmackDown. Grayson Waller and Austin Theory, former WWE Tag Team Champions, and having this like tug and pull kind of will Austin Theory turn on Grayson Waller? Will Grayson Waller turn on Austin Theory? I think we're going to see a huge setup in this match. If they are both in it, I think that maybe we see Grayson Waller eliminate Austin Theory, which will lead to a WrestleMania type feud between the two, with Austin Theory finally turning face. And I think that's what's missing right now because he's got everything else. Austin Theory can turn face and really be elevated into a main eventer on Friday Night SmackDown. The next up, so I kind of gave you 4 names there in one: Andrade, Carmelo Hayes, Austin Theory, Grayson Waller. Braun Strowman is next. He's been really hit or miss lately. He was injured. He came back. He was injured. Then injured again. Came back, injured again. And then he got sick. And then he'll be back soon. So I don't know if he'll be cleared for the Royal Rumble. But he's one of those names that, like, if you have an event like this, he is pretty much there. Next up, number 25. Again, not in any specific order outside of alphabetical. A name that I would hope and pray is in the Royal Rumble, and that is the Bloodlines' Jacob Fatu. I think if he is in the Royal Rumble, automatically top 5 or last 5 in the Royal Rumble match. If you don't have him, maybe he just comes into the match to help Solo. I don't know. Again, there's so many names to pick to put on this list that Jacob Fatu should be in the match, but if he's not, he could always just come in to help Solo Sikoa because he loves Solo. You know, so it is one of those things where either way, if he's officially in the match or not, he's going to be in the ring at the Royal Rumble. Next up, you can't have a match with 30 all-star megastars in WWE without the megastar, L.A. Knight. Yeah. Do I think he's going to win the Royal Rumble? No. But he will be always as he is, entertaining and kicking ass in the Royal Rumble match. I hope that 2025 is good to LA Knight because he was a great United States champion, had a great 2024 build-up to winning that United States championship from Logan Paul at SummerSlam. But I think that maybe we're going to see him lead some sort of direction to the Money in the Bank contract. Do I see LA Knight becoming a world champion? Can he do it? Absolutely. I don't know when, because if you look at the world champions right now, Cody Rhodes and Gunther, I don't think that he can really overcome those guys right now. But he can do it at some point. Next up, Roman Reigns. The Tribal Chief. The only Tribal Chief. The OTC. Oh, man. It's going to be his first Rumble in 5 years or so? And can you really bet against Roman Reigns? I don't think so. He is looking to get back. He got back his Ulafala. He got back his title of being the only Tribal Chief in WWE. Now he's looking, he got back his wise man. He got back his family and bloodline. So he's got everything back that he's wanted outside of one thing. And that is the WWE Undisputed Championship. And if you're going to give that title back to him, there's only one place to do it, and that's WrestleMania. He has to either win the Royal Rumble or win the Elimination Chamber, and he is confirmed for the Royal Rumble. So I think that he is looking to win the Royal Rumble to head back to where he's always belonged, the main event of WrestleMania. And by the way, if he does main event WrestleMania again, he'll be breaking some records because no one has ever main evented as many as he has, which I think he would break the record with 8. I think he's tied right now with Hulk Hogan at 7 or so, or something like that. So if he does main event WrestleMania in a row, man, huge record-breaking stats for Roman Reigns. Next up, Santos Escobar. Now, one of those names that should be in the Royal Rumble match, but because there's such a stacked roster in 2025 and not enough room, he may not be in this match. So I'm hoping he is, because to see some things he could do with Andrade, Austin Theory, Carmelo Hayes, I mean, the list goes on and on and on. He'd be a great asset to the men's Royal Rumble match. The Royal Rumble is all about opportunity for up-and-coming WWE superstars, but also superstars who are champions. If you're going to put the Intercontinental Champion like Braun Breaker, who I said earlier on this list for this match, you have to put the United States Champion, Shinsuke Nakamura. I think that Shinsuke came back, won that United States Championship at Survivor Series, and really has had the best look, but also booking that he's ever had in his WWE career. I think he's a standalone asset to SmackDown, but he will also be an asset in this match. Number 30, again, not in order outside of being alphabetical, Solo Sikoa. A lot of people are predicting that Solo Sikoa may win the Royal Rumble, may eliminate Roman. I don't see it, but some other people do. He needs some sort of direction now since he's lost the Ulafala. He's lost the Tribal Chief title. So where does he go next? Looks like he'll be in the Royal Rumble. That is 30 names that I'm predicting for the Royal Rumble match. There was really no surprises, and there was no NXT picks. Now, I don't think I'll be 100% right, but I'm pretty damn near close every year I do this type of video. If we're going to take somebody out, maybe like a Santos Escobar, or maybe Braun Strowman is not in the match, and you're going to put somebody from NXT, I think the only name you could pick is Ethan Page. Ethan Page, to put him in the Royal Rumble and have him showcase what he can do, I think will really turn some faces and get some eyes on him to this build to the main roster, because I think that he is going to the moon, as we've seen with other previous WWE superstars. He had run-ins with CM Punk on NXT. He had a run-in previously over the last week or so with The Rock on NXT. Looks like WWE has great plans for Ethan Page, so to put him in the Royal Rumble as a pick from NXT would be a great choice. Now, that's 31 names, but you can kind of mix a match and pick the 30 you would like to see. Again, I said at the beginning of this video, comment down below who you think will win the 2025 Men's Royal Rumble match. I'll be making a video on who I think will be the final 4, and then the final 2, and then the 1 to win the 2025 Men's Royal Rumble match. Keep following this channel. Keep watching more episodes of the Angle Podcast. That video or that episode will be coming next week. So you have this of the 30 predicted names entrants in the Men's Royal Rumble match. Next week will be who do I think will be, like I said, the final 4, the final 2, and the 1 to win the Men's Royal Rumble match in 2025. Comment down below if you'd like to see also outside of who you think will win the match. But comment down below if you would like to see this same style video done for the women's 2025 Royal Rumble match, because I've also had great success with predicting those as well. So you can comment down below, and somewhere in this video you'll see my 2025 giveaway. I'm giving away 2 free months of Netflix, so you can watch WWE Raw live every week on Monday nights. And guess what? If you're subscribed to this channel, well, you can also watch live with me as well, because I'll be doing my own Raw live stream every week right here on the channel, and it'll be called Raw Chilling, a Angle Podcast stream every Monday night, just yapping away, doing some commentary, all that stuff. Subscribe down below. In the description of this video, you can get the information for the giveaway. Win 2 free months of Netflix. So you can watch Raw, but you can also do the watch along with me and stream every Monday on this channel, of course. But yeah, thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video. Next week, like I said, we'll be talking about who's going to win the Royal Rumble and all that stuff. And it's a great time to be a wrestling fan. The most stacked WWE roster, I think, of all time. John Cena's final Royal Rumble match. Roman Reigns is confirmed. There's so much to look forward to in this match, but also in 2025. Enjoy the rest of WWE's content over the next few weeks so we build to the Royal Rumble, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
The road to WrestleMania begins at the Rumble.